So I was thinking like, what kind of sounds can I make before we like hang out and I do like your hair and give you a little massage. So I was thinking, because I game so much, I was thinking maybe I can make some game sounds. So I brought my very trusted, well, not so much trusted, but I mean I play a lot of PS5, but the controller is not that great because I literally don't have my PS5 for that long, and I already had to send it back to Sony to get it fixed because my headset wouldn't work anymore, so that's not great. But I mean, the controller is kind of nice. It's no, it's not called a dual shock anymore, right? It's called a dual sense or whatever, dual edge, I don't know. It's kind of nice, but when I first got my PS5, I actually wanted to buy a new controller because it's quite heavy. It's quite, I don't know, it feels a little bit heavy. It's like, I don't know, it feels like, I don't know, but heavy. It's heavy. But it's a nice controller, and when you play like Call of Duty, for example, and you use the trigger buttons, you can like have some sort of setting, and then they kind of like do something when you shoot. So that's fun, I guess, for some people. Not for me, because I immediately turn it off, but I guess it's fun for some people. So that's great. So before that, we had, no, this is not the PS4 controller. I actually also have a PS4, of course, but I used that one. This is, I believe, from the PS3. This is very light, very old school, and I actually really love this controller. I had so much fun with this console. I had so much fun with like every PlayStation. I love PlayStation since I was, well, not born, but almost like born, because my dad always had a PlayStation when I was little, and he was a huge gamer, and he always played like Tomb Raider and games like that, and then we would play together, and I was so small, and he would, like, for example, have to look for something, and I would tell them where it was because I was sitting next to him and I was saying, hey, it's there, and he was playing like Resident Evil, and I was super scared. There was like Resident Evil 2, and there was this scene in the beginning with a zombie, and it scared me so much, but I always wanted to see it somehow. And in Resident Evil, many times you could not like open a door because the door was locked. So I learned English quite quickly, even though my accent is horrible. I'm aware of that, and I never speak English in my country besides with like people online, but so I never have to use it. But so I learned like the door is locked as like one of the first sentences I learned in English, which I personally find quite funny. So that's that. Then I have my Stadia controller. I'm always open to learning, or not learning, but trying new stuff. So I also bought a Stadia controller like a few years back, and you could like play games on your TV, for example, with the Google Chromecast, and they were very bad games, actually. It's like mobile phone games, but like the worst ones, like, I don't know what they are called, Crossy Road or whatever. yeah, not like very nice games or whatever, so I barely even used it. But eventually it was discontinued, and Google actually paid everyone back who bought a Stadia controller, so that's great. So I got my money back. I don't know, I didn't pay a lot for it, but I respect Google for doing that. I mean, Google is not like the greatest company to put faith in or whatever, but I thought that was kind of cool of them, because there's so many products discontinued and you never get your money back. The amount of stuff I bought virtually in games, and they just canceled it and I never got my money back, so yeah, that's great. A very nice controller actually, and if you have one you can like change it into a normal controller for like, I believe Steam and whatever, and you can put it like in Bluetooth mode, and you have until I believe January 1st or something, and after that I don't know what happens, but that's what it is. I have my Nintendo Wii controller, which looks very disgusting. I have it stored between like my candles, so it's like red with pieces of candle. Yeah, the Wii. Who doesn't know the Wii? The Wii is great. Well, it was great. I don't play the Wii anymore. I wish I did, but yeah. I also have a Nintendo, what it's called, DS3 or whatever, I don't know, like the 3D Nintendo. I played a lot of Animal Crossing on it, and yeah, I also don't use that one anymore. I have two. I bought like one on our local eBay, which is called Marktplaats in the Netherlands, marketplace, which means marketplace, and it's like our local second-hand community or whatever. And I bought one for like, I believe 100 euros, and I opened it, the screen, when I got home, and the screen was red, so the screen was broken or whatever. So I contacted the guy who I picked it up from, and he immediately said, no problem, you can get it for free, here's your money back, and I could keep the Nintendo, so that was very nice. And then I bought a second one, which I assumed was just a normal DS, but it was the DS3, so a more expensive one, and I paid like 50 euros or whatever for it, so I was very lucky with the Nintendos. So that were the controllers. So Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, the first free roaming Tony Hawk game. Skate LA as one of the massive streaming. Skate LA as one massive streaming world. Choose board or bike. Customized to your, oh, I am blind as fuck. Customize your look, deck and tricks all in one game. Freedom to ride forever. Bust new mind-blowing tricks. Exclusive soundtracks, including My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, and Taking Back Sunday. That's so cool. I love this game so much. I played this game a lot. Like when I was like young, I really wanted to be like a skater or like, I don't know, goth or whatever. So I got like the dog, the spiky dog thing around my neck, and I think I was low-key being bullied, but I was walking like around my school, and like the what are these called in English? The last graders or whatever. I was like first grade and they were, I don't know what it's called in English, but I was like 11 and they were like, I don't know, 17, 18-year-old kids. And so I was like a kid and I was wearing that. My dad just allowed me to wear whatever I wanted because I was cool like that, you know. No, but so I wore that, and they were walking like in the hallway, and they said, "Oh, looks cool." But I feel like a few years later, I suddenly thought of them being probably like low-key bullying me. Like, looks cool, loser. fucking god loser or whatever. And I was like, yeah, thank you so much. I felt so cool listening to like Fall Out Boy and whatever, and no one listened to that like in my country. That was so weird. I still like low-key listen to them sometimes. I even went to like 2 concerts not too long ago, which was so cool. But nowadays I don't really listen to music like that, but I I do still want to go to concerts like that. It was very enjoyable. It was the Mega Hella tour with Green Day. So that was really cool. I didn't really care for Green Day, but I mean, it's Green Day, so it's still kind of cool actually, of course. This is Tomb Raider for the PS3. It's the classic HD, it's called in English. The Tomb Raider trilogy. So cool, so cool. Like, Tomb Raider games are literally one of the best role-playing games ever. You cannot tell me otherwise. Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, the Venice level, oh my god. Yeah, so cool. They remake those games. I think there's like soon another like remake or whatever, or remaster coming. And they remade Silent Hill, which is so awesome. So every game I had like in my when I was little is now coming back, which is super cool, in my opinion. I have another game. That's Detroit Become Human. Awesome game, awesome game. I bought this for the PS4. I don't know why I bought this, because normally I'm not like into the storytelling kind of games, I guess. But yeah, I think because it had awesome ratings, and it actually is an awesome game, very original. It stayed in my head for a long time after I played it. Really enjoyed the game. Nowadays it's more what's the word I'm looking for in English? I don't know what the English word is, but I mean, this game is about like robots, AI kind of things, and you have to like choose between humans and like the robots, even though they are just robots. But yeah, eventually I chose robots. I don't know what that says about me, but I actually like the robots a lot more than the humans, so yeah, I guess that's my problem. So here we have a PlayStation 1 game, Worms. I think almost everyone somehow played this game, and why has this been such a huge game? I have no clue, because the game itself wasn't that lit, let's be honest. At least not to me, but yeah. Anyways, weird game. I played it a lot. I don't know why, because I guess everyone played it a lot, but it's a weird game, and I kind of never understood it when I was little, but I was literally like, I don't know, young, so... But what I also have is this. I actually had to look, I actually had to search for this disc holder thingy, Travel City, because they don't really sell this anymore, because it's like with CDs, and no one uses CDs anymore, I guess. But what I bought it for is to do this. No, I'm just kidding. Is because I have actually have a lot of like CDs and games without case, like the Smurfs. Super difficult game. You would think the Smurfs, it's like the Smurfs. How hard can this game be? It was so hard. I swear I've never gone past level 1 or whatever. It was very hard. Arc of Time, epic game. Such a weird game, such a weird game. It was for PS1 also. Like you were this guy, and I don't know the story behind it because I was small and I actually played it a while ago. Like not the entire game but just a part, and you are like a guy and you end up like on an island because your boss wants you to, and then you have to like solve mysteries or whatever, but the game itself is so weird but it's also so cool. Rayman, everyone knows Rayman. I don't even have to talk about Rayman. Rayman is so awesome. The what is this called in English? The demos in that you got with the PlayStation magazine. I played a lot of demos when I was little. Like some games, they were like maybe, I don't know, the demos were like, I guess 10 minutes or so, and I played them like for 10 years, for example, because they were so awesome. Asterix and Obelix. Are they called Asterix and Obelix in English? I don't know. In Dutch we just say Asterix. Oddworld. Oddworld Apes Odyssey. Awesome game, awesome game. Really love that game. Also a very, I don't know, when I was little, like the games were more original, I guess, because there weren't a lot of games, so it's easier to be original than, because now everything that's being made is already being made like years ago. But yeah, very cool game actually. Still enjoy playing it. My all-time favorite game, Final Fantasy VIII. I love Final Fantasy VIII so much. I could like talk like for days about Final Fantasy VIII. I was such a big fan of Final Fantasy VIII. Like when you are little, you have like what is it called? Like a school show or whatever. Like every year you have to like do some sort of theater kind of thingy with your classmates, and you have like a sort of musical, I guess. So you could come up with ideas. So I said to my classmates, let's do Final Fantasy VIII, and no one had a clue what Final Fantasy VIII was besides me. So I actually got them to do a part of Final Fantasy VIII, which was so awesome. They had no idea who Squall was, or Rinoa, or Selphie, and I just had them play that, and they all just knew the characters because I told them. So it was kind of weird because no one ever actually listened to me, but somehow I was so passionate about that I actually got that done. Frogger. Super hard. Everyone knows. And that's my demos that I have. No, I have way more actually. I also have PS1 demos with Klonoa and games like that, but I have no clue where they are actually. So that's the sounds I brought with me for today, and a lot of yapping. I really like talking about this. I could talk about this like for ages. I hope I didn't like talk too much and not thought enough about the actual sounds, but let me give you some. That sounds painful. It isn't, but it sounds painful. CD fell out. Oh, maybe that makes a nice sound actually. It fell out. Oh, that sounds like the past. No, it doesn't hurt the disc. I threw these around and they can actually withstand a lot. This thing breaks a lot with the PS1 discs. The PS1 cases and stuff have a very specific sound. Nowadays, when you open up the PS5, it opens up with the PS1 sound. I was shook to my core. I pressed the button to on my controller to start the PS5. I was shocked. I had no. It didn't break. It already was broken. I was just confused is the word I'm looking for. I thought my PlayStation was hacked or something, and like something weird has happened, because I why am I so lost for words literally every time? I'm looking for so many words, it's so annoying. But I jailbroke my PS3 and the Wii, so I thought maybe I accidentally opened up my PS3 and something weird has happened or something, but it wasn't like that. I hope you enjoy this little, well, it isn't a little video anymore probably because I talked so much, but I really hope you enjoyed it. And soon I will brush your hair and give you a little massage, and we can hang out for a long time. And I hope you have a great night for now, and I hope I didn't yap too much, and see you soon.